Welcome to Azerbaijan and its capital city, Baku, host to the second Grand Slam on the 2017 World Judo Tour. The city has invested heavily in sports infrastructure and now finds itself on the map for numerous international events. And in 2018, Baku will stage Judo's flagship event, the World Championships. During a fantastic opening ceremony, International Judo Federation President Mr. Marius Vizar and Mr. Rovnag Abdullayev, the President of the Azerbaijan Judo Federation, addressed the crowd inside the Heydar Aliyev Arena to celebrate the achievements of this great judo nation. We'll see how some of its judo stars got on and watch the emergence of a new star at under 81 kilograms. We'll get to know up-and-coming Dutch talent Michael Korrel after he took on one of the local heroes. We'll see if triple world champion Alvear could break her World Judo Tour jinx. And witness an incredible Ippon from Japan's Kohara, Kenya. But we start in the men's over 100 kilogram division, which saw Georgia's Guram Tushishvili on fine form. The youngster has recently gone up from under 100 kilograms, and despite giving up lots of weight to his opposition, he threw his way to the final in style. His victims included the enormous Brazilian Rafael Silva, and at the semi-final stage, Azerbaijan's Ushangi Kokari. His opponent in the final was Hungary's Bor Bana. Your commentator is former world champion Neil Adams.
Tushishvili having the day of his life. He really is. Only weighing 107 kilos, which is light. Now then, Sinagi, and he scores a Wazari straight away on Bor. Bor's got it all to do. That drop Sinagi has been scoring well for him all day. Takes him onto his side there, clearly a Wazari, and the Georgian is ahead. Well, he's looking for the Ippon as well. Searching for it, and Oso to Geri! Oso to Otoshi, and he scores a brilliant Ippon, and Georgia have their first gold medal. There's the Oso to Geri, drops very, very low and just drives downwards. That was brilliant, it really was. He was looking for the Ippon all the time, and in the end, Bor couldn't stop it. First of all, a Wazari with the drop Sinagi, then the drop Oso to Otoshi. And look at that, well, it's Otoshi, isn't it? Drives him over, flat onto his back. The first gold medal for Georgia, and the first for Tushishvili.
The under 73 kilogram category saw one of Azerbaijan's Olympic medalists in action. World number one Rustam Arujov had high hopes of Grand Slam gold on home soil, but was drawn to face double world champion Nakaya Riki at the quarter-final stage. One of Japan's numerous talents in the weight, he proved too much for Arujov, who lost out thanks to this Wazari from Nakaya. Arujov would have to battle for bronze instead. The man turning heads was Mongolia's Ganbatar, who after an impressive run to the final, caused an upset by defeating Nakaya thanks to two Wazari scores to bag a useful 1,000 ranking points for the Grand Slam gold. A great day's work for the Mongolian. But for the crowd, it was all about the bronze medal contest between Arujov and Georgia's Lasha Shavdatuashvili.
Well, this is anybody's match, it really is. Who wants it most? Arujov, coming forward all the time. Shavdatuashvili just struggling a little bit. And now the arm over the top. Something's going to happen. Is it going to be the Kosoto? Yes, it is. Arujov scores a Wazari and the crowd celebrate. That was brilliant stuff from Arujov. He was well on top. You could see that he had the dominant grip, and Shavdatuashvili definitely was struggling there a little bit in golden score. That Kosoto there almost scored directly, but he rolled him onto his back for the Wazari, and it was enough to win Arujov and Azerbaijan the bronze medal in this under 73 kilograms category.
The under 81 kilogram division saw an emerging Azeri talent displaying his judo. 20-year-old Rufat Ismailov was looking for a debut World Judo Tour gold in Baku, to go with his bronze from Tashkent last year. After defeating Uzbekistan's Azimov, he then took on top seed Ivalio Ivanov and upset the apple cart by knocking the Bulgarian out, eventually scoring Ippon at the end of a dominant performance. It saw him into the semi-finals, where he would face Japanese youngster Kohara, Kenya.
Kohara, as nice as she was up, can he put it to good effect here? Ismailov looking for the big attack. Oh, look at that! That's all over! That was brilliant stuff there. He dived through for the other arm, and the tewaza that he uses there to take the Japanese over was magnificent. It's not in the Gokyo, but it was pure brilliance there from the Azeri. Look at the grip he has there, and he just takes him over with the power of his hands and the power of his body, and he goes through to the final.
The final would see Ismailov taking on Iran's Saeed Molay in a match where Ismailov struck early, scoring a Wazari in the opening minute. All he had to do was hold on to become champion in Baku.
The crowd going absolutely crazy here. They smell victory. Can he hold on there? The second's ticking away, and he's done enough. Ismailov wins the gold medal for Azerbaijan, and look at the crowd celebrate. Brilliant stuff. What a brilliant match that was. And that smile there says it all. It is the first World Tour gold for Ismailov, and it's not going to be his last.
We spoke to Ismailov after the dust had settled on his victory in Baku.
8 years ago, my friend introduced me to judo. I started training sessions, and step by step, I now continue my life in judo. I take the inspiration from our famous Azeri judoka. I was a child when Elnur Mamadli won the Olympic gold. Movlad Moraliev also took a bronze. I saw a fight by Elkan Mamadov. I wanted to produce the same results as these great judoka. I was 12 years old when I started judo training. I saw the Olympic Games in 2008 and celebrated the medals of our Azeri judoka. The TV pictures from Beijing made me so emotional, and I decided that I wanted to repeat that winning way myself. Judo is a very popular sport in Azerbaijan. We receive great support in our training from the state and from the National Judo Federation. Many children practice judo in Azerbaijan growing up. The World Championships is an enormous challenge for each and every judoka, whether they are from Azerbaijan or not. I'm happy and excited that Baku will hold this great tournament. But also, it is a huge responsibility for our team, as we will be under pressure to do so well for Azerbaijan. I hope that we will perform well and that we can achieve good results on home soil.
All three of our top Baku Ippons came in bronze medal contests. First up, Croatia's Matic against Bektaski of Kazakhstan.
Bektaski already has Tushishvili. She's got to come forwards. Matic now set up for the Uchimata. Hooks in. And look at that. Readjusts the hips. And it's right the way over the top for the Ippon. And Matic wins the bronze medal. She came in for the Uchimata. Then she started to hop the support leg central. And then the hips did the rest. And it was a brilliant Uchimata there to end this bronze medal match. Matic wins bronze for Croatia. Look how she makes the readjustment here. Look at that back foot. Look at the pull on the arm. And look at that, she lands flat on her back.
Our number 2 Ippon came at under 60 kilograms, as Bulgaria's Yanislav Gurchev took on Kazakhstan's Guzman Kyrgyzbayev.
Kyrgyzbayev trying to get the arm over the top. 1 minute into goal and score. Anybody's match. Gurchev got the arm round the back. What's going to happen? Uranagi's going to happen. That was brilliant stuff from Gurchev. He was waiting for the right moment. And like I said, that big arm over the top, sometimes dangerous. And that was a brilliant Ippon. Look how he gets the elevation. And he takes him flat onto the points of his shoulders there for the biggest Ippon. Brilliant control. Look at the control with the hands. And he wins the bronze medal for Bulgaria.
And brace yourselves for our top Ippon. Ungvari Attila versus Kohara Kenya at under 81 kilograms. It would be a cracker.
Kohara looking all the time for the setup. That Ashiwaza there, very dangerous. Ungvari will have to be careful. On the sleeve, oh, and that's why he's got to be careful. Worked brilliantly that time. He was on both sleeves, Kohara. And look at him, he latches onto the front leg, and then the second one takes both the legs away. Diashi Barai into a kuriashi, and that was brilliant stuff there. He had great control of the sleeves, and he could do nothing about it, could he, Ungvari? Look at the drive, he gets the direction, and he has control all the way through. Diashi, a kuriashi, and Ippon.
We asked Neil to take us through Kohara's Ippon in our dojo.
The most important thing about Ashiwaza is coordination and timing. Without these two working together, we tend to hit solid concrete. Very important that I get my partner moving. If I don't get my partner moving, then we hit the solid concrete, as I said. If we get our partner moving and we move at the same time, whether he's moving to the side or whether he's moving backwards, then it means that we can finish the technique off. Young Japanese fighter Kohara of Japan, under 81 kilograms, did a really nice example. And he starts off with Diashi because he attacks the leg that's just forwards. And he does it off the sleeves as well. And what happens, he attacks the front leg, but as his opponent steps backwards, he follows them backwards and sweeps both the legs away at the same time. Coordination, very, very important. The beauty of this, though, is that you can do this against the leg that's furthest back. And Kohara lowered his center of balance, and he reached for the leg, and then he came in for the technique. But the coordination, very important. The execution of the technique was excellent, and it's not the last time that we're going to see Kohara of Japan.
The final of the under 63 kilogram category would see Slovenia's Andrea Leski taking on Great Britain's Alice Schlesinger. Schlesinger is last year's champion and would be hoping to defend her title this year. How would she get on against Leski?
Schlesinger, very dominant. That big left hand over the top, controlling the upper part of the body. Big Surigoshi, and changes direction with the Ashiwaza, and straight in for the Jujigatami. So great transition here from Schlesinger of Great Britain. And she's straight onto the arm, gets the submission with the Jujigatami, and that was a beautiful combination there from Schlesinger. Starts it off with the big Surigoshi. Then she changes with the Ashiwaza, but look at it, she's straight onto the arm there. She was hooked in straight away. She just pulls the arm out and then straightens it to get the submission. Controls with the legs, takes her time, and then it was just a case of straightening the arm and gaining the submission. Gold medal for Schlesinger and a gold medal for Great Britain.
Hot favourite for gold at under 100 kilograms was Azerbaijan's Olympic silver medalist Elmar Gasimov. The world number 2 made it through to the final after a no-nonsense run through his elimination opponents in Baku. This counter-attack Ippon against Israel's Peter Palchik, the highlight of his day. Standing between Gasimov and home gold was young Dutchman Michael Korrel, who would be looking to build on his bronze medal performance in Dusseldorf last month. After a drop Sienagi against Hungary's Sejanic, he was through to the final. There, his superior fitness was clear to see, as after almost 4 minutes of golden score, he overcame an exhausted Gasimov thanks to a penalty point. It was Korrel's first ever Grand Slam gold medal, and it moved him up to world number 2. Bronze and gold so far for Korrel's 2017 World Tour. He looks to be one to watch, so we thought we'd give you a chance to get to know him a little better.
So I started judo at when I was 4. I had a judo family, that's why I started, and I getting a lot of training. It was kind of more playing, but finally I winning some tournaments, and then I got interested, and then I got into the Dutch championships, and yeah, and that's why I'm now here. My favorite throw is the Ippon Seonage. I'm pretty good on the right side and I'm working on the left side. My favorite newaza move is a hold down. I know if somebody grabs me from behind, I'm rolling and I take the hold down. I don't really have a judo hero, but I have a major respect for some previous Dutch fighters like Micheal Korrel and the brothers Elmond. My favorite judo memory is the Grand Slam Paris in 2015. I won a bronze medal there, and it was a really breakthrough for myself and yeah, in the international competition. What does winning feel like? It's something it's hard to explain. But you know, you work a lot, you work hard, you lose and you win. And today I had a great feeling winning in the final from the silver medalist of the Olympics. What does losing feel like? I think it's a part of your job. You know, judo is winning and losing is very near to each other. So the only thing I can do is learn from it and get better in it and win the next time. What does judo mean to me is a way of life. I put everything in it, and that's the way I can show the world my potential as a great world athlete.
There was a new face on the podium receiving gold from IJF President Mr. Marius Visser at under 48 kilograms. Brazil's Stephanie Arisa Koyama came up trumps in her very first outing on the World Judo Tour. After some impressive footwork, saw her past Serbia's Milica Nikolic in the final with 2 Waza-Ari scores. What a fantastic debut for Koyama and for Brazil, who'll be hoping they found a real star for the future. Under 52 kilogram gold went to Romania. Alexandra Florian, building on her bronze from Dusseldorf, with a win in Baku thanks to an early Waza-Ari score against Hungary's Pup Reker in the final. The new ranking point system means she now moves up to world number 6. Chinese Taipei celebrated a rare gold medal at under 57 kilograms, thanks to Chen Ling Lien. The final saw her pitted against Serbia's Jovana Rogic, and would be decided in the last minute as Lien struck with a lovely spinning uchimata for Waza-Ari, which would be enough to see her emerge victorious. Could Chinese Taipei be celebrating a World Championship medal this summer? There was an all-Dutch final at under 78 kilograms as Hoesje Steenhuis and Mahinda Verkerk locked horns. Both had been on fine form throughout the day. Steenhuis's uchimata Ippon against Azerbaijan's Hassanli, playing Verkerk's Ippon Seonage against Mongolia's Sendaiush. It would take an enormous Harai-Maki Komi Waza-Ari from Steenhuis to separate the two in the final, as she latched on and drove with all her power until she was finally able to launch her opponent through the air, landing on top in a hold-down position. 20 seconds later, Steenhuis had won her third Baku Grand Slam on the bounce. More Dutch gold followed in the over 78 kg division, as Tessie Savelkoels came through the pack. A dropping shoulder throw against Turkey's Kyra Sayet in the final scored her a Wazari, after which she persisted on the ground to secure a pin and a submission from Sayet. After 2 bronzes and 2 silvers, this was Savelkoels' first World Judo Tour gold. The men's under 60 kg bracket was taken by Shishimi Toru, as the Japanese fighter put on an Uchimata masterclass, scoring numerous times throughout the day with a technique, as he eventually defeated Uzbekistan's Tilavov in the final. It was Shishimi's first World Judo Tour gold for over a year, as he'll hope it's the start of a comeback. Stealing the show in the division, however, was home hero Orkan Safarov, who secured a bronze medal when he pinned Brazil's Takabataki, eventually gaining a submission and another medal for the home crowd to cheer, with Safarov the hero of the hour. Under 66 kg gold went to Israel after Tal Flicker saw off Japan's Takajo Tomofumi in the final. Finally, the under 90 kg bracket was taken by Islam Bozbayev of Kazakhstan, after he disappointed the home crowd by scoring 2 Wazaris against Azerbaijan's Mamadli Mediev in the final, to take Grand Slam gold back to Kazakhstan. Our final category is the women's under 70 kg, which saw the entry of Colombia's Yuri Alvear. She is one of the nation's most accomplished international athletes, and one of the best the division has ever seen, with 3 world titles and 2 Olympic medals to her name. Astonishingly, however, she has never won a World Judo Tour gold medal. After showing dominant Newater at the semi-final stage, turning her opponent over before freeing her leg to secure a pin, Alvear had another chance to break her World Judo Tour jinx if she could hold her nerve in the final. It would be an all-South American affair against Elvismar Rodriguez. The Venezuelan judoka who would be representing the IJF would be looking to dethrone Alvear as the continent's #1 in the weight. Would she stop Alvear finally being on top of a World Judo Tour podium?
Mr. Marius Visa, President of the International Judo Federation, looking on with great interest. Alvear, 3-time world champion. But surprisingly, she hasn't won a World Tour gold. This will be her first. She can go right or left. Trying to get the right arm on first of all. Which way is it going to be? Kosoto! Oh, what a Kosoto that was. And, well, Rodriguez couldn't do anything about it. Great change of direction, and that's what's always needed. Look at that, right the way underneath the armpit. Kosoto, and just drives her backwards, clean on her back. Brilliantly executed there, the 3-time world champion back to her very best, and her first World Tour gold medal here in Baku. She clenches her fist, she says, "I've done it," and she is the gold medalist at this under 70 kilo category.
I feel very happy. I'm very happy because I have won many medals. I have been 3 times world champion. I've been an Olympic Games medalist, but I had not won a gold medal in a Grand Slam, and neither have I won a gold medal in a Grand Prix. Today I have my first gold medal in a Grand Slam, and I will keep working to get a gold medal in a Grand Prix.
So that's it from another wonderful judo event here in Baku. There were plenty of debut golds from judoka we're sure to see plenty more of, and one from World Judo's very best. Join us next from Georgia for the 2017 Tbilisi Grand Prix.